Shalom, y'all. It's your brother Hawood. Hey, listen, man. I got some crazy stuff. I actually had a whole conversation with an Edomite, man. The boy know he comes from the line of Edom too. Like he knew his lineage and all, man. He said he descendant of the Romans and all, man. And this wasn't no white man, dog. This was a melanated brother, a melanated dude, man. And everything, man. Like, and I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. Like, so at first I didn't know, right, what he was until we started talking, because he like a friend of my family, my cousin, right? And they work together. I ain't gonna say friend, they work together. So my cousin was gonna take him home because, you know, I guess, you know, they both from the same city, from Philly, you know. And I had just so happened stopped at my cousin's house, right? So my cousin was like, "Where you about to go?" So I say, "Back down the way." He like, "Yo, you going near Sharon Hill?" I said, "Well, Sharon Hill like around the corner from my crib." So he like, "For real?" He said, "Oh, it is?" I said, "Yeah." So he was like, "Yo, you feel like dropping him off?" I said, "Who, dude?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Oh, sure." So boy, like, yeah, I got a couple dollars, you know, I give you a couple dollars for gas or whatever. I'm like, all right, sweet. So he get in the joint, you know what I'm saying? We start floating, right? So we start floating and shit. We ride down, and he asked me about reparations, right? He's like, "Yo, so you want reparations? Like, what y'all people gonna do?" So he said, and I think they said they was gonna give y'all reparations, but I said, "Wait a minute, hold on. What you mean, y'all? Like, why are you separating me from, or you from other black people, you know, or melanated people?" And he said, "Oh, because we not the same." I said, "Okay." I said, "So what do you mean by that?" So he told me, he says, "Well, I'm Italian. I mean, I'm from, he told me, you know, whatever, so forth, so and so, you know, where he from and everything like that. Told me where his line. So he's like, "Yeah, I can trace my family back all the way to the 800s. I said, "For real?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "I know my whole family tree." I said, "Wow." So, like, as I'm talking to him, though, right, he sounds like a white man. He sounds like an extremely highly educated white man, y'all. I'm talking about, he spoke really proper. He used big words like fugal, whatever word he said about, we were talking about something, and I was saying, I forgot what I was talking about, but he used the word fugal. So I said, "Well, yeah, you ain't got to use all those big words," but, you know, I was telling him, like, yeah, you know, with like little situations, something with like having problems with your kid's mom, you know, or your wife, like dealing with child support court and stuff. So, because he didn't know nothing about it. He don't know that, damn, I just hit a hard bump. He don't know that he's about to go through HELL, because he you know, he was doing stuff with on his wife. You know, coming from, you know, his wife is white, of course. He grew up in a suburb. He'll tell you that in a minute. Like, he's telling me all this stuff. So I'm like, "If you grew up in the suburbs, why you in Sharon Hill?" He said, "Oh, because my wife, we separated. He said, we getting a divorce. You know, I done cheated on her and this and that." He said, "But the stuff I did to her was 10 years ago." He said, he was like, "She wait till I get myself together to want to leave." I said, "Well, whatever, you know." He said, "Yeah, man, we had a 10-bedroom house and everything." He's talking about out Montgomery County and stuff. So he's like, "Right now I'm at my mom's house in Sharon Hill." So I'm like, "Dang, you know, sorry to hear that." He's like, "It is what it is, true." I said, "True." So he, so she take him to court, and he don't know nothing about the system. So I told him, I said, "You about to go through it, bro. She gonna use that system to come down on you." So he like, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." stuff, right? So, funny thing happened, right? As we're driving. So when we get like in between Overbrook and Sharon Hill, a cop got behind me, like a Yaden cop. So I tense up like, oh shit, you know what I mean? You know, excuse my French, but that's what I do. I'm like, man, fuck. I said, listen, don't start looking in the mirror, man. Just look straight. You know what I'm saying? I said, I don't need a reason for them to pull us over and be fucking with us, like, you know, messing with us and stuff, or whatever. And I'm like, and I ain't trying to get shot. So he started laughing. Like, this what made me mad. I ain't gonna lie to you. That pissed me off. Cause, so he started laughing. He like, get shot? He said, you scared to get shot? I said, you damn right. I said, you've been shot before? He said, nah. I said, I have. It hurt. And it burned. You know what I mean? So he like, you been shot? I said, yeah, I've been shot and I've been stabbed 4 times. I said, yes. I said, I used to get, you know, a little while back in the day. So he like, oh wow. So I said, so what's so funny about like me, like, you know, making sure I don't do nothing for these people to pull me over? He said, well, he said, they not gonna bother you. He said, don't worry about it. I said, what do you mean don't worry about it? I said, don't you know what these white cops do to colored people? He said, nah, they do it to y'all. He said, they ain't gonna do it to me. He said, no, my license don't have black. I said, mine's neither. So he said, well, what's on your license? I said, other. He was like, oh, okay. He said, well, mine's is Italian. I said, what, for real? He said, yeah, I told you I'm Italian. He said, so when they look at my license, they don't class me with y'all. I'm like, yo, this is crazy, right? So so now we, you know, after that, you know, the cop turned off or whatever. Which I don't know why I got nervous, because the Most High be covering me real nice. Like, I be getting covered for real. You know what I'm saying? So we start like having a conversation and, you know, and talking about stuff and everything. And you know, so I like going to some Bible, like a little bit of Bible stuff. And he said, you know, he said, I just don't believe that there's a power, a creator out there that's going to come and save you guys or whatever, so forth and so on. You know what I mean? I said, well, so you don't believe that you Edom? And he said, Edom. He said, oh, you talking about the Edomites? I said, yeah. I said, you know about them, right? He said, yeah. He said, well, he said, if you want to go off of biblical, yeah, that's my bloodline. He said, yeah, I'm Edom or whatever, right? And I said, okay. So he was like, do you know the truth? I said, the truth? What do you mean? He said, the truth of what's going on. I said, what you mean, in the world? He says, yeah. He said, you know that everything's backwards. I said, well, yeah, I know that they flipped the maps. I know that, you know, this is the promised land. I said, you know, I know quite a few things, right? And he says, well, what about the white people? What do you know about them? I said, I know they came here slaves. And I said, and I know that the slave ship story about black, you know, my people being put in chains and stuff at the bottom of the boats is not real. I said, but there was a story about people that were chained in bottom and on the top of boats. He said, yeah, you talking about the slave barges. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, yeah, that was the white people. He said, because they were like animals. And they were so wild over in England and Britain, all of those, so what they did was they started building ships and stacking them on each other. And he said they would chain them up, like put them in chains and stuff and put them on the boats out in, like, you know, out in the water. And, you know, of course they would have somebody come check and stuff like that and everything. And then he said, and once like it started getting, you know, too many of them, he said we started shipping them to this land. He said in chains. And he said, and there's paintings and photos and everything with them. He said because there were photos in the 1800s. So he was like, there's photos of thousands. He said this is how they got 900 to 1,000 people on a boat. He said because the boats that they had in the 1800s He says most boats were metal. He said there wasn't no. He said in the 1800s, 1900s, there wasn't no wooden boats. He said, see, he said the world was a lot more advanced than you guys know, but they got y'all thinking they just got this stuff. He said everything that was going on over here. He said the flying ships. He says all the tech. Now he said they got all that stuff from y'all. He said they stole everything. He said most of the stuff that they got that's coming out. He said this stuff been out. He said they've been using it. You know what I mean? So he was like, you know, the funny thing is, he said, I'm gonna tell you what happens. He says, your people are the knowledge of the earth. He said, I'm not gonna lie. He said, yours are the smart. He says, black people are the. I'm not. I said, listen, come on with that black stuff, man. He said, what do you want me to call you? Hebrews? You know what I mean? I'm like, you can call us aboriginals. I said, you can call us. I said, you can call us what you want to call us, but just don't call us black. What is she? Look at this, y'all. Look at the dumbness. Look at it. Look, y'all. You see this? Wickedness. But she's supposed to be a Muslim, garbed up. Look, y'all. Look at the dumb childishness. You see what I'm saying? And you wonder why these people look at us and treat us the way they do. Did you just see what one of our sisters got out the car and started doing? Look at her. Look, y'all. Look. And the first thing they do is start stinking they stink asses. Excuse my French, but that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? My people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, ignorance, stupidity. This is where you release feces out of your body, but you're getting out the car shaking, you're stinking behind hiney, and you bleed down that area. But this is what the world has told everyone. This is the most appealing part on a woman, is her dookie track. Her period box, because that's what comes out of there. Blood and shit and piss. Excuse my French. And I had to jump off the subject because this is what I'm saying. It's wickedness. Look. You see what I'm saying? It's wickedness, y'all. And it's supposed to be funny. This is funny and this is entertainment. It's wickedness. And then they pull off like a bat out of hell. Driving like they don't have no type of common sense. I'm telling y'all. Our people are literally destroyed. And you got to think about it like this, right? You really think 2/3 of us aren't going to get wiped out? Do you not see what I just saw? Did y'all not see that? Because I know you did. It's wicked. And it's disgusting. And our women are the only ones that get out cars and shake their behinds all over the damn place. They climb on top of tables in restaurants and stores. They don't care. It's a cop right there. You see what I'm saying? They don't care. They don't have a moral code. There is no morals in them. You see what our people have what our people are. That's what they are, right there. Murderers and whores. And again, if you not one, then don't take it personally. But you just saw what I saw, and that was probably an 18-year-old child hanging out the dang car, shaking her ass for whoever. You don't know what kind of psychopath was out there. You don't know who these people is in this car. But you are promoting your body to get killed and raped. And then when it happens, what's the first thing that come out your mouth? He raped me. I didn't do nothing. It's wicked. And who the hell want a woman like that? What man in his right damn mind wants somebody like that? Why would I want to marry and have children with a woman like that? Why? You want to dance, you dance like that for your husband in the house. That's what you do. But no, you got to get out the car and shake your ass for the whole damn world to see. Only Hebrews do this disgusting stuff. And we up here whining about them shooting us down. Okay, well what about this?